Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 2nd of October. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Pearce.
And Gary, who can believe that it's October?
Who can believe
what happened to the first 10 months of the year?
Forget about October. Who can believe the grand final's been run and won? And how about those mighty West Coast Eagles? It's funny because on Friday night, at the card game, we talked about what would be the cruelest possible way of Collingwood to lose. And we said it would be a bad call, bad umpire call.
Yep.
A miss of goals at the siren,
yes,
or having the game snatched in the last 5 minutes. And we cruelly joked about it, because as a Carlton supporter, it was hard to want Collingwood to win because then Collingwood would have equalled our record number of flags. You see, so we sort of,
it's only a matter of time before that happens. Given Carlton's situation,
I think so. We weren't being really particularly spiteful because I do feel for those Collingwood supporters, but. What can say? Look, there can only be one winner for them.
I've got to tell you, Gary, that there's a lot of controversy going on about the umpiring in the last quarter of the game.
I didn't even know that.
And I've got to tell you that I don't reckon the AFL could organise the proverbial you-know-what in the you-know-what. But the reality is that umpiring in the last quarter, it was just appalling. And essentially the AFL has essentially come out and said, look, we're not going to award many free kicks in the last quarter. And imagine if the judiciary just said, look, we're not going to put any people in jail now. We're a bit worried about public opinion, so we're going to not employ and we're not going to bring in the laws and the rules because we're worried about popular opinion. We can just let everyone run rampant around Australia or the world. Because we're a little bit worried about what people have to say.
Because people get upset when they get sent to jail for doing crimes.
I've got to tell you that AFL, I think, are just incredibly hopeless.
I got to say,
and we throw into that the MCC. What a debacle!
I'm going to take a different angle. See,
what's your angle, Gary?
I'm a glass half full man now, Phil.
You are the most positive person.
And secondly, I watched because we didn't have any auctions on, so I watched the grand final.
Yeah,
and I've got to say,
watched the grand final. What a unique experience, Gary!
Well, it was a unique experience for us not to be working Saturday till 4 o'clock. Is a unique experience.
Good point.
So, and I watched it, and I've got to say, I thought the build-up, and I thought the event, what are the Black Eyed Peas and Jimmy Butt. I thought it was just so exciting. I thought it was so good. I thought we do events in this state so well. We are the event city of the world.
Having said that, look, Barnesy was fantastic. Yeah. Do we really need to fly in an overseas band?
It's always been that way, But since Graham Kennedy, since the Don Lane show, since Bert Newton, the Logies, they get some overseas person, they get John Travolta or Frank Sinatra. Well, mind you, Frank Sinatra, they kept him locked up in Sydney, didn't they? If you know that story, that's a good story. But they get them all sort of, and we're all starry.
Yeah,
we don't need to be.
I wanted an Australian lineup. We've got so many
just
wonderful.
Just bring the Yindi in and let's celebrate our culture.
We've got so many great bands that what do we need to fly in the Black Eyed Peas? As much as I do enjoy the Black Eyed Peas, I mean, I think they're fantastic. But you know what? Who needs them?
Well, it's true. I don't see America flying Barnesy out. Do you? They have their own talent.
And they regard us as one of their best allies.
Exactly right. They do.
They hate our musicians.
They hate Barnesy. Exactly. Why don't they bring Daryl Summers out to America to open up Super Bowl with Aussie Ostrich or something like that? Make it interesting.
Now you're just getting stupid, Gary. But I've got to tell you, when the grand final ends, when they blow that siren, it's game off for the AFL, but it's game on for the real estate industry.
One thing I want to say before you segue in, and you're doing it beautifully, is what about that chanting USA? I mean, that's the same sort of thing, isn't it? With Mason Cox, they chant USA because he's American, and there's this sort of passionate love for America, which I love America and love Americans, but let's just be proud to be Australian. Why don't we just say Aussie, Aussie, Aussie when anyone but Mason Cox gets the ball?
And I've got to tell you, if you think about Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. It's one of the most well thought out, most beautifully articulated anthems anywhere in the world. It is. I mean, I've got to tell you, whoever came up with Aussie, Aussie, brilliant.
It absolutely kills all those European, the French.
But not only that, when you think about the world's greatest poets. And I don't know who they are, but or the greatest novelists, or the greatest philosophers of our time. None of them came up with such a catchy phrase. It's brilliant.
I reckon you're right. I reckon Aussie, Aussie, Aussie takes the cake. It's almost as good as Up There Gazali.
Do you know what? I reckon we should ditch the national anthem. And all we should do is find out ways to sing Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Fair enough.
There's a challenge, viewers. I know some of you are immediately sitting down at the piano. Sitting down at the piano now. now, tinkering with Aussie.
Maybe we should get the viewers to send video of them saying Aussie in the most remote and wonderful places. Let's do a competition for that.
It'll never happen.
Let's give a prize.
Our viewers are far too cerebral for that sort of stupidity.
Yes, both of them are, Phil, both viewers.
But Gary, it was quiet in Melbourne across the weekend. I mean, there were some auctions on. There's a bit of a debate whether to auction on grand final Saturday or not. Well,
not for our
I reckon it's great. I reckon we should do it.
Why take the risk?
Because there is no risk. 10:30, 11:30.
Some people will go away.
Oh, well, some people go away every weekend.
Yeah, but some people don't have a long weekend every weekend, do they, Mr.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know what?
And the government said Fridays off. What do you think about the Friday off, by the way?
Well, we've got a Friday off for a football game. We've got a Friday off for a horse race.
No, but Tuesday for the horse race.
Well, it's effectively...
Take off Mondays, Will.
That's right. I mean, that's got to be the greatest stupidity, doesn't it? Making a public holiday a Tuesday. Because in Australia, like, no one would ever take a sickie on the Monday, would they?
Never, no.
So I think, viewers, what other stupidity could we bring? Oh, we've got Moomba. We've got
Moomba. And the Queen's birthday when it's not the Queen's birthday. You've got to do that as well.
So viewers...
And Labor Day.
I think the Andrews government is, as we speak, researching another stupid public holiday. And no disrespect to the Andrews government, you're doing an incredible job.
Some volleyball final or some other reason to have some other game.
Two tortoises walking down a road.
Day off. Tortoise day.
Correct.
Tell me, what do you think about the day off?
Well, I look, you know what? I think that as much as I'm slamming it for lack of productivity, this is the best country in the world. We have the greatest attitude to the weekend.
I love it. I know. So, I mean, you could be as an employer, it's unproductive and we lose money.
Yeah.
But I reckon...
we lose money anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I just love it.
Yeah, with a Friday, paying an extra Friday off is not going to change our business.
Exactly. And we get the day off too.
Correct.
I got to tell you, I love it. I know it's maybe it's politically correct. I don't even know anymore what's correct. I love the Friday off to make it a grand final.
If you and I were the premiers of this state, every Friday would be a public holiday.
I don't think so, Anyway, let's move on to the sales and auctions, Phil.
You know what, viewers, we are rambling on because we had no auctions, therefore we made no sales.
Yeah, nothing.
But we can just talk about what's happening this weekend, which we'll get to in a moment, Gary. But
stop me in my tracks again.
How are you feeling? We've got October, November, 2, maybe 3 weekends in December. Then it's all over till 2019.
What does it mean if someone wants to sell this year, Phil?
Gary, still time. Having said that, if you don't ring us really in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks at the most, it's done, dusted. You're gone till February, mid to late February 2019. So get your skates on. Get your skates on, your roller skates.
I want to throw a spin on that, Phil, because it's trade season now. You know, these next 2 months, there are no 8-week. There's no 8-week period where there's more homes traded than the next 8 weeks. Is that correct?
Yep. Correct.
It's the busiest time of the year.
Yes.
It's an exciting time of the year. If you're a seller, you've got lots of buyers entering the market. If you're a buyer, you've got lots of sellers entering the market. So there's going to be a smorgasbord, a plethora of fine offerings.
It's a good time.
And I've got to say that now is the time to get excited. You do have time this year if you want to sell, to get on the phones, call us, email us, SMS us, WhatsApp us to be one of the new modern Fandango ways of
really
doing things. But I've got to say, it is an exciting time. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Good to have a weekend, a bit of a break on the weekend. And Phil, so much happening. Plenty.
Okay. All right. Well, let's drill down into the marketplace, Gary.
Did you get a vibe? You got a vibe last week from the market?
One thing I do want to say is I'm continuing to say that I reckon the market's settled.
Yeah.
Will it continue to soften? Possibly.
I don't think so.
Possibly.
No, I don't think so.
No, that's why I said possibly.
I don't even think possibly. We have a chance it will strengthen. Possibly too. I think, Philip, that the new prices...
What's your prognosis?
I think we're a market imbalance. I think the new prices have been established. I think buyers are now prepared to jump in at these prices for fear of them maybe going up further. I think some vendors are saying, well, take the prices for fear of them maybe dropping off. I think there's a market imbalance. I think everybody's got lots of different interesting ideas. And I think that we're going to have a busy next 2 months.
There's a very professional summation of the marketplace. You should be an economist, Gary. They should put you on the 7:30 report or Q&A with Tony Jones. You should be a people's panellist. Do you ever watch Q&A?
Is Tony Jones?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about him.
You really are a moron, Gary.
Phil, let's get into the auctions of this weekend. We've got 12 auctions and we're over about 7 or 8 suburbs. So we're everywhere, but nowhere are we busier than St Kilda, Philip, because we have our first 3 auctions all in St Kilda.
We love
and
St
this
Kilda.
is the time of year
2
to get
offices
excited.
in St Kilda, number 33 and number 55 Inkerman Street.
Yes.
So if you own number 44 or 66, wouldn't mind making some further investments in St Kilda and Inkerman.
We're kicking off, Philip, at 10:30. Jeremy Rosens, the King of St Kilda, is auctioning this wonderful apartment here in Carlisle Street. Take us through it, Phil.
Well, Gary, it's a one-bedroom apartment with a bathroom, of course, and a car space.
Wonderful.
But what
eloquently wrapped up.
What a great location. We love Carlisle Street, and anything in Carlisle Street's just a standout buy, Gary.
But hey, Phil, at 10:30, after I go to the market, because the St Kilda...
Which market are you going to?
Well, the St Kilda, the Veg Out St Kilda Farmers Market, just behind Luna Park in the Peanut, it's called the Peanut Oval
Farm.
or something. Peanut Farm, yeah. There's that market there on the first Saturday of every month.
Want to know another little tidbit about Gary Peer? He is a farmers market fan.
Yes. Best orange juice at that market too, Phil. Some good
Tell me,
cheese.
is there a farmers market in Melbourne
Philip,
you don't know about?
No, there wouldn't be, Phil. Like some of the further out maybe areas, but I know all of the local areas. I can tell you on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th Saturday, because the 5th Saturday is Burundara, that's when the farmers markets are on. And let's support the farmers markets and local produce, Phil. I love it. And I love at 10:30, I'm going to be doing this auction in St Kilda Road, 27 at 1 St Kilda Road, St Kilda. Cop this beauty, Phil.
Well, Gary, this is a great building and a great location. This is on the corner of Fitzroy Street, Gary. So you're getting two major city addresses for the price of one. One bedroom, one bathroom, one car space. And it's larger than usual, Gary. This has got the most massive kitchen, living, dining area. So you'd be hard pressed to find a better one.
And I know, Phil, it's been very popular, and Lamore and Nikki are excited about it. Phil, we have 4 auctions on at 11:30. Your only auction for the day is at 11:30 on Saturday.
On Saturday,
you're a very quiet man on Saturday.
I'm not being worked particularly hard anymore, am I? It's almost like I've been put out to pasture.
Wasn't going to say anything. Now you've raised it, Philip. In Acton Street, Jeremy Rosens is going to be doing the auction of this incredible cosmopolitan lifestyle address, Philip.
We love this building. This is apartment 108 at 131 Acton Street. This is a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space apartment. We love this building. We've sold there many, many times. Always goes well.
Now you are running on the sidelines, Phil, getting excited to get on the field, and you're going to be doing so at 11:30 in this wonderful property in Bamber Road with Glenn Bricker, who says, I can't believe it. What a beautiful property this is.
Home number 1 at 138 Bamber Road. We love Bamber Road. We sell so many properties on Bamber Road, and they always go well and appreciate brilliantly over time. This is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a double lock-up garage. It's in magnificent order throughout. Not a cent to spend, Gary. Grab the keys from the auctioneer, sign the contract of sale, move your furniture in, and just love life.
I'm going to be around the corner, Philip, at Campbell Road, also at 11:30 auctioning at 62A Campbell Road. I'm meeting up with Joel Surf for that auction.
Gary, this is in the brilliant new development, which is the, we'll call it the Caulfield Racecourse development, the East Caulfield development, and this is a brilliant property situated over 2 levels, plus a basement garage. This is 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spaces, and a Cambrook Road address. What more could you want?
You could want it to be North Caulfield, Philip, because you said it's the East Caulfield development, but it is in fact in North Caulfield.
It is the East Caulfield development
of North Caulfield.
But with a North Caulfield address.
Fair enough. Yes. Well, I hope everyone made sense to everybody else, because you confused me. Phil, Carnegie, one of our favourite suburbs. We opened an office there. We did,
Gary, and it's done spectacularly well.
And Leo Samuel's the man.
Run by Leo Samuel, who does a brilliant job, and he's bringing 50 Mimosa Road to the market. This is a house, really. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, double lock-up garage. This is like the Big Mac of Carnegie, Gary.
Phil, we're going to be in Grattan Street, Paran, another suburb we love and are actively involved in. Jeremy Rosens has the auction on us at 12:30.
Gary, beautiful property this, and literally if you bought this property and didn't get yourself into shape, shame upon you, given the fact that it's got an anytime fitness, Gary, downstairs. And you could use that gym at any time. Literally 24/7, Gary. That's why they call it anytime fitness.
Oh, because I'm going to 9 to 5 fitness centre down there.
Yeah, Gary, and do you ever do you ever go to gym anymore?
Well, I keep getting there at 5:15, Phil. So I think something wrong with that.
Yeah, and boom, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, great location, and certainly you've got everything on your doorstep. You've got the Paran Market there. Do you still go to the Paran Market? To Johnny's?
I go there sometimes. Pino's, get some fruit. They've got beautiful fruit there.
Beautiful.
The strawberries are clear of needles. It's all okay now, because that whole strawberry thing, I think that's cleared up now.
I think that's done and dusted.
Wasn't that an awful thing? What sort of sick person would do that anyway?
I've got to tell you.
Not even you or I as kids would have done something that bad. We did some bad things.
We did actually put needles in strawberries.
That's where they got it from.
We got over that, but we do confess now we did do that.
And we only did it at home. Our parents didn't like it too much, did they, Phil? Phil, Frogmore Road, Carnegie, 1:30 p.m, and that one's another one with Leo Samuel.
I reckon the reason behind calling the road was Frogmore.
I was going to make some quip about it too.
There's the Frogmore. I wonder whether it was, well, there was a bit, there used to be an area of Carnegie that's low lying.
Yes,
I wonder whether that was an area where there was more frogs than any other part of Carnegie.
Yes, well,
I'm sure.
Because further out they've got Frogless Street. That's
I'm sure that if you're a historian, the Carnegie historian would know something about that. Anyway, number 6 Frogmore Road in Carnegie, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of car parking. That's a great property in immaculate condition, just waiting for somebody to further improve it. That's a good buy, Gary.
And Phil, there seems to be a car park behind Huntley Road, so maybe that's how Car Street got its name, Phil, because at 2:30 we're going to be in Car Street, although they misspelt it.
Yes.
C-A-R-R-E,
which is French, Gary. You may well not know that.
Street.
No idea what it stands for. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and 1 basement car park. That's a great building. We love that building. That was developed by George Sardi, if memory serves me correctly, Gary.
Of the deli fame.
Of the deli. Well, that was one of his original businesses, Gary. An incredible man that has made his mark on Australia.
Yeah, absolutely, indeed he has, Phil. Phil, that one's an exciting property in a great position just off Huntley Road. I know Nicky Janover's excited. Jeremy Rosens is the auctioneer. That brings us to a very quiet Sunday, Philip, but 3 quality properties, Phil. Yes. It's not about the quantity this Sunday, it's about the quality.
Yep, and plenty of quality, Gary. Yep. We start off at apartment 406 at 449 Hawthorne Road in Caulfield South.
I have the honours.
Gary, you do, and you're very lucky because this is one of the penthouses. This is one of the penthouses there, and you've got the most spectacular views over the Maple Street Park. You've got a tram at your doorstep. You've got cafes downstairs. You've got a bakery downstairs. You've got a gymnasium downstairs. Yep. That's one of the best parts about living in apartments, where you've got facilities downstairs.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that one at 11:30. As Simon Rodolnik is looking forward to the auction he's doing at 11:30, Philip, and that's at number 6 Auburn Grove, and a unique property.
That is an incredible property because it's a magnificent parcel of land of approximately 626 square metres. But it comes with 2 apartments. They're large apartments, Gary. We've had people that are talking about converting it into 1 home. We've got people talking about, I'll buy this, I'll live upstairs, and my son David can live downstairs. Yes. If you have a son David, of course. Other people with other sons with different names could buy it. But that is a great property. I love that property.
And so will David, Philip. I've got to say that's a great address, a great opportunity. Philip, we round out Sunday with your only auction in Auburn Grove. It's a very
I can't believe I'm going to have to get dressed up for just 1 auction, Gary. I might buy a new outfit especially for that. Gary, that's the most magnificent town residence. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 glorious bathrooms. It's got a lock-up garage and a car space in front. It's part of an incredible development that we were lucky to sell off for a developer that came from Williamstown to do that development.
I remember that many years ago, right on the park side there of that fantastic Green Meadows Park. I used to ride my bike around there as a kid. I love that little park, Phil.
It's a beautiful spot. My favourite part of Melbourne.
Phil, that brings all of the offerings to a close for this weekend, but it doesn't stop. Oh, no, because look at where we are right now. We are in the most unique of properties, Philip, here in Murray Street, Elston. A great address, Creon Road just over there. We've got Glen Huntley Road just over there. Great position, but how about this stunning, magnificent home?
Well, let's wind it back a little bit deeper than that, Gary. Murray Street is one of the best streets of Elston. This is on the north side of the street, so you've got this beautiful sunlit kitchen meals family room, which we are currently sitting in. You've got 3 bedrooms and gorgeous bathrooms upstairs, a beautiful study or a 4th bedroom downstairs, or another entertaining area. But the upside here is that we've got a lift. So you know, if you've had
you just have a little burp there?
If you have a big night here on the
back, just go.
If you have a big
what's it called when you track back a little bit?
If you have a big night here, Gary, on the ground,
he burped.
If you have a big night on the ground floor, you just walk into the stagger into the lift, take it upstairs, and stagger out. I love lifts in 2-story properties.
So do I, and you know they're expensive to put in, but they are a fantastic feature. And I think this was very specifically designed by the owner for their family, for mum and dad, and really is a spectacular home, Philip. A great location. Everything you said about it. Couldn't be more
distance
excited
to the
about
shops, walking distance to the tram. You know, it really is a great property, and very hard to get these with their own street frontage.
And double garage. You don't find a double garage around very often, do you?
Don't, Gary.
Very hard to get indeed. So get yourself over to this one to Murray Street. Call Arlene. She'll get you through, or come to the opens, and the auction details are on the screen. I like this, Phil. They're on the screen now, the auction details. So please
You've been
come along and
watching
see
daytime television, haven't you?
Yes, I have as well there. Catching up with Paint and Place and Days of Our Lives, some of the old stuff.
Yes.
That's about The Bold and the Beautiful. That's a big wrap on GPTV. We are in October. It is a busy time. The football's behind us. We've got a little bit of racing season coming up, I don't mind saying, Phil.
You've got to love that I drove down Dandenong Road on Sunday.
Yeah, the race is right.
And I'm driving past the oval that's part of the Monash campus in Caulfield.
Yes.
And last week there were football posts up and there were people playing football. I drove past on Sunday and the football posts have gone and all the cricketers are out.
Right. So the footy's gone, the cricket's in, the racing season's in.
The Spring Carnival, Gary. Have you got a few going around the Spring Carnival?
I do have one horse going around, Philip. We're setting it for a race.
Do you want to share the name with us?
It's called Order of Command, Philip.
Order of Command.
And it's going to be...
Who named it Order of Command?
Oh, it's very brilliantly named.
Did you name it?
Way beyond you. No, I didn't.
Right.
And it's maybe those that named it are watching. But Order of Command is going to be set for the Emirates Day, which is the last day of the Cup Carnival, Philip. So I've got to tell you, I'm very, very excited about it.
Are most racing horses' names hyphenated? Like, are they mostly two
or
three?
All of the Sheikh, the Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, or I think it's his brother, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Naya, or one of those combination of names. But the Sheikhs, Phil, they all have one name. Their horses, they all just have one name.
Like a famous horse would be
brilliantly named. Well, it could be Sepoy, or it could be Helmet, or
Helmet.
Helmet's a very good horse. There could be one. Or Lonro.
Does anybody ever call one
Winks?
Spot?
It seems spotty the horse, but they like Winks, one name. Octagonal was belonged to that.
So now it's all coming.
So it's all coming through now. But so it seems that the wealthier you are, the less names you have, and it seems that John down from local dairy, his horse is called John the famous horse or something like that. So it just seems that all the wealthy people have got one name. Short name, one name, one
because
word.
the wealthy people. They've got so much on. They've got so much on. They just want to know that horse is octagonal, and that's it.
That's it. Octagonal, long. That's why our horse got three names, because we're not so wealthy. It's Order of Command, OOC.
I love your analogy. John from the local dairy.
Exactly right. So he's got a long name, but of course,
John from the local dairy.
Well, John from local dairy. His horse races, and then they go and do the milk run the next day. So it's a little bit of a different agenda they've got. But yes, Order of Command, last day of the carnival. Very excited about it, Philip.
Okay.
I never had a winner at Flemington. Anyway,
you asked.
That's a big wrap on this week's news. Real estate,
real
estate
far
racing.
More interesting next week when we've actually got some sales to talk about.
The footy out the way, cricket coming. Anyway, that's a bit of a wrap. Yes, we will talk about next week's sales, this weekend sales next week. That's a big wrap on GPTV. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fabulous week.